King's Country at kingscountry.net. As promised on the phone, I've got Casey Chesnutt, the son of Mark Chesnutt. Casey's fresh out of the military, was in the Marines. Now, how long you been out of the Marines, Casey?
It's been about, I'd say, 9 months now.
Yeah. And you pretty much saw the world for a couple of years, a few years, didn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. Just about everywhere. Went all over Europe, some of Africa, a little bit of just to hang out in Cuba for a bit.
Wow. Well, that's interesting. And you're coming back and you're going full force into the music business now. I see you all over the place playing gigs around Southeast Texas, aren't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. We're when I came back, it was something I thought about doing, but having a trying to start a family wasn't something that I really uh, it wasn't a priority at first, but it was hard to find jobs because of COVID. So
Yeah.
weirdly, even though the bars were closed, restaurants were open, and they wanted to have live music, trying to draw a crowd into their venues. So yeah, it was just something that just started kind of rolling rolling into the rolling its way on, and now I'm doing it full time. Bars are opening back up, and it's got to the point now where I do it so much I just don't want to quit it. Um, Seems like every time I try to do something else, I always find myself, going back to music. So I figured I was just gonna keep on doing it.
Yeah, and for sure, man. And you've got all the time in the world, and you're going about it the right way. You started really early. When did you realize you could sing, almost like your dad? Were you just a little kid when you were started singing?
Man, I always played around, um, especially when I was younger. Just growing up around my dad was always into the music scene. When I was in high school, I played around with guitar and other instruments, and did some talent show thing around my sophomore year, and uh, they told me I was pretty good. So I started trying to book gigs and started playing guitar, and I'm still doing it. So I guess I can't be too bad.
We're glad you're back and hard at it. And you're going to be at Pine Tree Lodge this coming Friday for a CD release party and a digital release party as well. At Pine Tree Lodge, they're back and forth. Of course, your dad has a history with Pine Tree Lodge. Mark Chestnut taped part of his video, his debut video there, Too Cold at Home at Pine Tree Lodge. That was way before you were born, man.
Yeah. And I grew up around Pine Tree. We went there when I was a kid. We'd go launch the boat. We'd go play pool and eat. It was a venue that was a part of my life. Definitely helped my dad launch his career. In my honest opinion, they've done a lot for us, and I just think it's really cool that they're going to let me do the album release there, and I feel like it's just something that's gonna. They've been good to my dad, and they've been good to me. So I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, the Miller family's a great folks there, and you even worked there. I think you were a busboy or a waiter there when you were in high school.
Yeah, that was one of my first jobs. I was a dishwasher there, and
Wow.
yeah, I remember that. That was one of my first jobs. Mike
You,
Miller hired me, and I worked there. And when I realized I wanted to do music, I couldn't afford the equipment that was needed to actually, play venues and stuff, speakers, chords, all that good stuff. So I got a second job, and I was working at Buffalo Wild Wings in Beaumont and Pine Tree Lodge at the same time, and I think this was over the summer, so it wasn't necessarily while I was at school, but after that. I saved up enough money to get my own PA, my own equipment, and was fortunate enough to book enough gigs where I didn't have to do any more stuff in the restaurant business anymore. So
Yeah, that's hard work. I did that too. I was a bartender and a waiter for too many years, and that's some of the hardest work I've ever done.
yeah, it's not so much. I guess it's just the just being nice to people all the time. You
Yeah.
know, we don't necessarily want to be.
Yeah, I wasn't that good at that part, but anyhow, you're going to be at Pine Tree Lodge this Friday. Can't wait for that, and we're going to be taping part of that concert. Are you going to be solo acoustic, or do you have a band behind you this time?
So we're going to have our full band.
Oh, great.
We have a 6 or 7 piece band, and the guys have been practicing. We've been learning the songs. Um, we've been doing rehearsals. We've played a few gigs here and there. I mean, we've been gearing towards this day for a while. So this is kind of like our big moment too. We just got back. Like I said, when I got out of the Marine Corps, I called a good friend of mine, and he had a full band that wanted to work with me. And so when I got back, I told him, "Yeah, let's do this," And we started booking some gigs here and there, just with the full band, just to try to see if we can get something going. Um, I signed with a label, and we started working exclusively with the songs I've recorded. And yeah, it just seems like everything we've been doing, the band that we've been putting together, has been leading up to this kind of day. So the guys are super excited. I'm definitely pretty excited about it, and hopefully a lot of other people are excited too.
I'm definitely excited. We are. We're going to be out there Friday. I think you start, what, about 7 o'clock? Is that correct?
I think I honestly don't even know what
Oh,
time.
okay.
I usually look at my schedule the day of. I wake up, my baby wakes up nowadays, and I look at my email, and I'm like, oh crap, I got to be somewhere in like an hour.
Yeah.
So
Go on Facebook. It'll be all
I,
on there with the Pine Tree Lodge. And
yeah, that's usually where everything I do, all my events, I usually have posted on my Facebook. It'll be in the event section. If you just click that tab,
yeah.
it'll usually show the dates and the times, and where I might be at, who's going to be with me. So
That's Casey Chesnutt. You can see him Pine Tree Lodge. Of course, Casey Chesnutt, the son of Mark Chesnutt, will be at Pine Tree Lodge with the band this coming Friday the 14th. That's Friday the 14th with a CD release party and a digital release party. And you've got this new single. It's great stuff. Even Texas couldn't hold her. Did you write that, Casey?
no, I didn't. We had a group of guys that got together, and we were doing some stuff. We're trying to figure out what we wanted to record for the actual album, and we ended up coming up with some songs that we liked. And I think it was. I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't have the CD with me. My baby's making goofy noises right now, but
That's all right.
a lot of these a lot of these songs are written by local artists. Some local artists, some guys, even a couple guys up in Nashville.
Yeah.
And just off the top of my head right now, I can't really recall. But a lot of these songs were pitched to me by the label, by the group of guys I'm working with now, and I fell in love with the song, man. I heard it. And it was I got sent a long list of songs, and I said, man, this is a song that everybody's going to listen to, and it's got a lot of energy, and I just think it's a good song for, what we're trying to do. And, yeah, so I'll have to get back with you on that.
Oh, that's all right.
But it's a pretty good song, man, and I fell in love with it when I heard it, and we're actually in the works of writing some songs right now. I'm working with a couple of other songwriters.
All right.
We're trying to put together an actual original album that that's stuff that we've written, and a mixture with a couple other people have written, and just a whole bunch of originals, man. That's what we're going to try to do for the next album. But this album right here are songs that just caught my ear, man, and the single definitely did that too.
All right, well, let's hear it right now here on King's Country. Good stuff. Even Texas couldn't hold her. King's Country at kingscountry.net.
sunsets, blue bonnets by the highway in the springtime. Corpus Christi beaches, walks along the seawall in the moonlight. So I never dreamed she'd leave it all behind. But tonight, Fort Worth's feeling colder. San Antonio's lonely like never before. Ain't no use looking over my shoulder, 'cause all the whole in Houston wouldn't keep me from losing her. When she made up her mind, it was over. Even Texas couldn't hold her. Beaumont, she always said the Lone Star was her first love. So this morning as I watched her rolling towards the state line in a pickup, I knew there was no chance for the two of us. So tonight, Fort Worth's feeling colder. San Antonio's lonely like never before. Ain't no use looking over my shoulder, 'cause all the hole in Houston wouldn't keep me from losing her. When she made up her mind, it was over. Even Texas couldn't hold her. From Laredo up to Lubbock, Lord knows how much she loved it. Till I know this time it's really over. Even Texas couldn't hold her. Even Texas couldn't hold her.
That's the new single from Casey Chesnutt. Even Texas couldn't hold her. Check out Casey this Friday at Pine Tree Lodge with his band backing him up. He's going to have a CD release party and a digital release party. That's very well produced. Great performance on there. You really you nailed it, man. And where did you have that? What studio did you go to have that produced in?
So we have a buddy. His name is Dan Drilling up in Nashville, Tennessee. He's got a house, and he used to do a lot of work in Nashville. And he decided to build he has a really cool place, man. He decided to build a studio under his house just because he didn't want to commute to Nashville every day. And we went in there, and he knows what he's doing. We started laying down the tracks, and I got, I wasn't even in there for a full day each time I was in there. I was in there for maybe 3 or 4 hours. Most, I think, was 6. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it seemed like we got everything done pretty quick. And then I think it was a couple weeks later, he just about had it all done. And he's done professional work with all kinds of people. So I mean, I was really impressed with the work. I've worked with other people in the past, and I just don't think I'll get what I got from from his work. But Mr. Dan Drilling is the one who did all that mastering and mixing and stuff like that.
Yeah, very well produced, great delivery, and we can't wait to see you. I know you got to get back to your baby, Casey.
She's wiggling around right now, trying to crawl out of the chair.
We're bringing our cameras out, and we're going to get some video, and I think I'm going to do a Casey and Mark episode coming up of our Jim King of the TV show coming up in a couple of weeks. So we'll see you Friday, man, and keep up the great work.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jim.